Didn't think Nile Spellbound was going to be having to take care of a Dark Blast, but here we are. Otherwise, that would have gotten very ugly. And you saw the old Death Shadow get in there for a healthy amount of damage. So we're back over towards Josh Robinson, who's got a Bloodghast. We know the prize amalgam's in the graveyard. He's tapping 4 mana. It looks like it might be time to hardcast a Haunted Dead. Ah, yes.
Yeah, that's definitely the best option here.
Haunted Dead will bring a Spirit along with it, and we'll take a look at Haunted Dead for those of you unfamiliar. Typically a 1-of in Dredge. You don't see a ton of copies, but it is a way to get some cards out of your hand. 4 mana, 2/2 zombie. And there's the battlefield. Put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield, and then you can pay a generic and a black mana to discard 2 cards and return Haunted Dead from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Worth noting, the spirit that would enter from that ability does not enter the battlefield tapped.
Yep. And rebuying the Haunted Dead from the graveyard triggers the prized amalgam.
Yeah.
Very significant here.
All part of the plan here for Josh Robinson, as Soorani will play another fetch land.
Ooh, that's a lot of lands.
Yep. Not a lot of action, not a lot of cantripping here. Haven't seen anything like a Kolaghan's Commander or a Snapcaster Mage. Looks like Death Shadow is ready to attack, though.
It's not good at blocking.
Not seeing a lot to like here.
No, he's in a tough spot.
Yeah.
Tough spot, but not an impossible spot. We've been talking about some of these sideboard cards. The top deck Anger of the Gods would just really clean up this situation and put him right back in the driver's seat.
It would be easy mode.
Yeah.
2 Angers in the sideboard here for Shaheen this weekend. Great card against Dredge. Now, it is interesting. You think of in Baltimore, Grixis Death Shadow won. Brad beat Ben Friedman in the final, Ben playing Dredge. And one of the things that you had brought up 2 weeks ago is with that finish, perhaps we're going to see more hate against Dredge in sideboards.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel that way so far this weekend, at least to me.
Like I said, there's been more talk of more Anger of the Gods in boards. We see Shaheen with 2 surgical extractions and a Nile Spellbomb. So he's diversified the way he wants to go about trying to fight back against Dredge. There are other cards which are pretty effective cards against Dredge and the Collected Company decks that we see.
Yeah, if you want, you can really hate him out if you want to. You can play a lot of stuff.
I was expecting to see more Grafdigger Cages in sideboards because it fights both those decks so effectively.
Sure. We have not seen very many of those through, we're almost through 4 rounds here. But I'm curious to see how Dredge performs this weekend with the 2nd place finish from Friedman 2 weekends ago. And I know that Friedman is here this weekend, and I have to imagine he's playing the exact same deck. Be hard to get away after a 2nd place finish where he almost won the tournament.
Yeah. And the game 1 for Dredge is so good against these Death Shadow decks.
It's a lot of the appeal. Because it looks like Haunted Dead and Bloodghast are coming in, and Shaheen's going to fall down to 3.
Precarious.
But in the process, as there's Prize Amalgam being hardcast, in the process, that Death Shadow is very large. Soorani's going to draw a card. And you got to remember, too, Josh Robinson has a Bloodghast in hand, and that Bloodghast has haste.
Yeah.
Now, Death Shadow's going to come into the red zone here. What's the plan here? We're going to block the Spirit token. Yep, and he's going to concede the game. Nothing she can do. He just didn't really draw anything. He drew a Surgical Extraction on the last turn, but no real Thought Scours, no Kolaghan's Commands, of course no Anger of the Gods, and that's not the most impressive game that we've seen from Dredge, hardcasting the threats, but it was good enough.
Well, and the turning point was when he just lost one of his Death Shadows.
Yeah.
You know, if he had 2 Death Shadows on the board that whole game, I think he's able to just keep attacking every turn. You know, he just threatens his opponent so effectively because the Dredge deck did nothing impressive. It was